Oh, that was a harder transition than I expected. I don't know what happened with OBS. Yeah, usually we do a whole thing. Anyway, we're live. There's a little transition animation that did not work in that, and that has. I'm going to investigate that later. But welcome.
Good start. Good
Good
start.
start. Quick start. We are in. We are started. Welcome everyone to another episode of Casual Conversations with Comic Creators. This is the Maya Matter Show, where I speak to a different comic creator about their journey and what goes into the craft of making comics. So it's all about showcasing the human being behind the art form as we discover each person's story. So I am the Maya Matter co-founder, Nigel, and today I'm talking once again with Rachael Smith. Rachael, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, once again, is this my third time? You,
This is the hat trick
you-
performance. Are you into sports? Are you into football hat trick? Is that because I said that to someone? I lost them. And
I'm not, but I've been trying to
so,
learn about cricket recently
okay, what's the
because
equivalent in? I think are there hat tricks in cricket? We're going
I
to
don't
investigate
think
that.
so.
Are they
Yeah,
not? Huh? What do you get like 100 points or something?
I don't know. I've already
Okay,
forgotten everything
yeah,
I've
we do.
learned, but yeah. But yeah,
Okay,
my
well,
point was you can't
yeah,
get rid of me because I just
yeah.
keep coming back.
There you go. That is very much okay with me. So, for those that might have missed the previous ones, Rachel is an award-winning UK comics creator, illustrator, writer, best known for relatable comics around mental health and just life stuff. I will say, just like regular life stuff, but making it relatable. So we're talking books like Wired Up Wrong, Quarantine Comics, and Nap Comics, which we're gonna get into as well. And then there's a collaboration comic in there with that we talked about on your second time on the show, Who Killed Nessie. So yeah, we're going to dig into all of that, talk a bit about the books, Rachel's work, Kickstarters, and yeah, just get into it. But as we are, what is it, fourth month of the year?
Yes.
How do you feel about the year so far? What?
Um, it's it's been up and down. No, it's going really fast. And I always say that at the beginning of the year. I always feel like the start of the year goes really fast and then the end of it goes quite slow. I don't know.
Oh, did the end
But
go slow for you?
yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say like the end, and the beginning and the end goes like fast, and the middle goes slow. Or that might just be me.
Yeah. No, I think the year for me slows down as it goes.
Okay, and is that a good thing for you? Like, what kind of pace are you comfortable with?
I don't know. I think um I'm a bit of a workaholic, so I'm always I feel like I start every month going, "Oh my God, I can't believe it's blank month."
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I
yeah,
these days it just feels hard to fit everything in,
yeah.
especially being a mum now. It's which it's just
Yeah,
impossible.
I know. Well, no, I don't know, but I can imagine is what I meant to say. I definitely don't know, but yeah, no, because you joined us for so that I mentioned the collaboration with Paul Cornell, and that was episode 38, and then you were actually the first episode of Casual Conversations, so episode one
Nice.
as well. So you can check those out. But yeah, like I mentioned, we're gonna talk about your latest comic, Nap Comics, which is the diary comic about being a new mum. So yeah, because I've got a friend who recently became a mum like 2 months ago,
Nice.
and yeah, has, like got some insight from her perspective. But like for yourself, what has that been like? What has that journey been like?
Um, it's been wonderful and life-changing and terrifying and the hardest thing I've ever done, but also the best thing I've ever done. It's so strange. Um, and it's incredible that it's so life-changing for you personally, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really not really notable at all. It's that weird kind of,
Why'd you say notable?
well, because everybody has kids, like the world wouldn't
Oh,
be
okay.
here if
Yeah,
everybody didn't
fair.
have
Yeah,
kids all the
yeah.
time. I mean, in the
Yeah, well,
very grand scheme of
enough
things,
people have
it's
kids for the species to continue going. Yeah, I get what you mean.
sure. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah. Fair point. Fair point.
yeah.
Hmm.
But for you, it's like this world-changing event in your life, and yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah. And I guess it's hard. Like, I feel it's hard enough anyway. But as a creator, sort of self-employed, freelance, whatever sort of label you want to
Mm.
put on that, just balancing everything. Do you find like structure just goes away when you're creating as well and as raising a life?
Yes, yeah, structure, yeah. Day and night. I mean, at the very beginning, day and night disappear. The hours just don't mean anything anymore. You're just getting through the current moment. But yeah, it does get easier. And so yeah, tell your friend because she'll be in the trenches now. 2 months. Yeah, that's tricky. It does get easier. You can
Okay.
tell her. I mean, it gets
Oh,
harder in different ways, but it does get
okay, okay.
easier overall.
All right. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna message her after and say it gets easier and harder. Good luck.
Yeah,
That'll be
but mainly easier.
yeah. And then I'll say Rachel said, and she won't know what
Yeah.
that means, but um, but yeah. So I mean, among all that, you still have managed to create new work. Like I said, we
Mm.
spoke about sort of previous release on episode 38, but you've got a web comic that's a comic, and you did a Kickstarter nap comic, so diary comic about being a new mum. So, I would say tell us where the inspiration came from this, but I feel like you just answered that. But I
Yeah, I
mean,
guess.
even still, given everything you've just said,
I
why not
mean,
just take a break from comics?
well, I did take a break. I took a break
Okay.
for about 4 months, which is a long time for me. When I had Henry, I completely lost interest in everything else. I mean, not everything, I still loved my partner and my cat
Yeah.
and it's fine, and my friends and things. But yeah, I just didn't really feel that drive. Like I spoke to you earlier, like I'm yeah, I'm a bit of a workaholic. I just completely lost that. My life just became keeping Henry alive. And you do need your entire life to keep another life alive
Yeah.
in those early months. But yeah, about 4 months in, I really felt like I wanted to. Um, I mean, diary comics have always been how I've made sense of the world. Uh, I feel like I process my feelings about the world really well through comics. It's a bit like journaling, but drawing as well. Um, and so I started making little comics about him uh, when he was napping. So, and then I thought, well, I'll pop them online just to see if anyone and likes them, and they got such a, a lovely reception from the internet and from my audience as well. Because I wasn't sure, because comics about babies are a bit different from comics about I don't know, just
Yeah.
regular life
Unless it's like
and
Boss Baby. I don't know. That's my only frame of reference.
maybe.
It's like,
Um, yeah. So I wasn't sure if it would translate, but a lot of my audience did like them, and I've found a lot of new readers as well, which is really nice. Um, and the comics just kind of document all the highs and lows. Like I really wanted to not leave out the lows because it is a bit of a roller coaster having a baby. Um, and so I thought it would be really nice to do a book. A lot of people kept asking me if I was doing a book. People would come up to me at shows and just be like, not even say, "Are you doing a Nap Comics book?" But like say, where is it?" Like looking on my table for it, like
oh,
where they were so expectant that I was going to do it. So I was like, okay, well, there's obviously an audience there.
okay,
So
cool.
yeah, I kickstarted it and it went really well. I think we made 158% of what I asked for, which is amazing, just incredible, especially in these difficult times when no one has any money, it feels like.
Yeah,
But yeah, it went really well. So, and if you have backed the Kickstarter, you'll be getting an update very soon because I'm expecting the books to come to my house in the next week and a half sort of time. So it's very exciting. My partner's
Nice.
less excited about having 1,000 books in
Oh,
our house,
because
but yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We'll figure out something. We can get rid of some tables, make
So
some
yeah,
tables out of books.
just as non-essential stuff like tables and chairs.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't really need our oven, did we, Rob? It's
Yeah,
fine. We'll put
how
it
much use were we getting out of this anyway?
in.
uh, that's so because I mean you mentioned like the positive response, and I feel I mean I don't know because I haven't necessarily been in the market, but I imagine there are comics about parenthood around. Is it like do you feel like you've got a particular spin? Did you think about a particular spin, or was just like you say just here's what I'm going through, and is that the spin like your perspective?
It was very much, I didn't want to go through it and then write like my memoirs of it. I wanted to write the comics and draw the comics like while I was in the trenches, while I was
Okay.
going through it. Um, and I think some of that is reflected in even like the line work. Sometimes it looks really like I'm obviously really tired, and other times I've obviously had a little bit more time and um, filled up my battery a little bit. But I wanted it to feel very real, like you were there with me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I Yeah, and it gets my work gets Nap Comics gets compared to Cry When the Baby Cries by Becky Barnicoat, which is
Okay.
amazing. I bought that at Thought Bubble last November. Um, and people like Julia Vertz are doing comics about parenthood, and
Mm.
Lucy Knisley did some amazing work about. She does a lot of diary comics about her son, and she did a great one about being pregnant called Kid Gloves, which
Okay.
is just really beautiful. So there are things out there,
Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, this is just my experience. I say in the book, I say your mileage may vary, obviously
Right.
from
Right.
me, but the Nat Comics book is very much what I went through in the first year of having a baby.
Okay.
Um, so it's kind of like here's what might happen to you, here's what you might expect. There's also a lot of comics in there that aren't in the webcomic. There's a lot of exclusive comics that are only in the book. So yeah, it's worth getting even if you have read all the webcomic.
Okay. And thinking about the webcomic, actually, even before get to the webcomic, just to like comment because you seem to have got I'm gonna say niche. I don't know if anyone's like told you that, but just that like relatable comics because you can make comics and say like one in the superheroes and you're creating fantasy worlds and all that and that yeah that's like a type of comic but you have the just here's me
Mm.
and then connect with that and I feel that's quite powerful I guess by evidence it's quite powerful where just being able to connect with people particularly nowadays I feel do you feel any different from like when you made quarantine comics versus now that like people's need for connection I mean I know it's sort of parenthood means there's a particular audience perhaps
Mm.
but yeah do you feel that any difference in that and people's need to connect to just normal relatable stories
For sure. I think that's always been there. And I think being a new mum as well, obviously this is going to sound silly because obviously you've got this new baby and you're never alone, but sometimes it can be a really lonely existence, especially if you're up doing the 4 a.m. feed with your kid and you feel like there's no one else alive even at that point in time and you're so tired and you've slept for maybe 15 minutes over 6 hours and it can make you go a little bit bonkers. And I think it's nice to know that other people are going a bit bonkers as well, going through that. Um, the other thing I think works and I'm lucky that this has worked with my work and reaching out to people, is that I've always tried to, rather than draw how something looks. I try and draw how it feels to me. So I think keeping that in mind has really helped me connect to folks because I don't know, I think that's easier to I don't know. I get told my expressions are really nice in my work, even though everyone's got big googly eyes and
Yeah.
people can still see them and go, "Oh, I know how that feels." Yeah.
But you
Um,
know what though? The do you read much manga? Are you how familiar? More
Not
less.
tons.
That's fine.
I used to.
Yeah.
I've fallen off a little bit, but yeah, I do love manga.
No, it's fine. The reason I bring it up is one of the things. So I have a lot. I don't know about a lot, but I have discussions with people in comics in children's media who are aware manga exists and maybe their kids are into it, but don't necessarily know sort of why it connects. And I've
Mm.
done some like panels at different conferences about manga or anime. And one of the things I try and get across is the emotion of it.
Mm.
So like with manga, you have the stereotype. It's not universal, but sort of a lot of characters like with large eyes and
Yeah.
over the top expressions.
Mm. Oh,
Um,
me and my son, we love Go Man by Hamish Steele. I would say that's
oh, I
very
don't know that one. Okay, I'm gonna
manga
have to
coded.
go,
But
man. I'm gonna take
yeah,
a note of that. Okay,
Go Man, it's really, really good.
okay,
Everyone listening, check it out.
cool. All right, mental note for afterwards as well. And so that can be a stereotype. Oh, manga, big eyes, over the top expressions.
Mm.
But what I realize is like it's emotional connection. So it's very clear to see what the characters are going through and what they're feeling. And I feel like
Yeah.
similar with your work, it's that emotional connection where that because I always feel like there's certain points of I'm gonna say like dread with some of your characters, right?
For
See them,
sure.
but people feel like that. We feel that, so it's like okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's all right. This character, this creator gets what I'm going through. I feel that is the
Mm.
connection, regardless of the scenario. Like that's the connection, that emotional connection that comics can bring.
Definitely. Yeah.
Uh, so then you had the webtoon. So you
Mm.
put this up on webtoon, and now yeah, and then you did the Kickstarter, which is
Yes.
successful. So what was that process like for you? Because on the last episode we talked to I say we me it's only me here but so I spoke with Nancy Art Music, and we talked about like Kickstarter failures and the difficulties in that,
Mm.
and I've had some successes and some failures as well. But for you, first of all, what was that process like going from webtoon to Kickstarter? Did that mean is that an easier process? Is that an easier process, like having people who are already familiar with the work and then doing okay, here's the Kickstarter for it?
For sure, yeah. I mean, I'm really lucky that I already have quite a big audience. Uh, yeah, and I started planning the Nat Comics Kickstarter is probably about this time last year. So I was planning it for quite a long time, and kind of asking for quotes on things and working out what I would need. And uh, then I started building the Kickstarter. I gave myself a lot of time basically to really build it and be comfortable with it and send it out to you can with Kickstarter you can get like a preview
Yeah,
and send it
preview
out to
page. Yeah.
pals just to be like, hey, does this make any sense? Is this what like if you read this as a person who didn't know me, would you want to get involved? And yeah, that feature is really useful. You can
How long was that
also
preview period for you?
her again like a while because I started I started building it probably in the autumn, and then in the autumn I'd start like sending out previews to folks. But also you can do I can't remember what it's called, like a pre-launch page that you can just send out to folks and they can put their email in and then
Right.
Kickstarter will email them when you go live with it.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
them a little bit about your project and what you're planning and put some pictures up there. And I did that, and that was really cool because I got like lots of people signing up to be notified at launch. Um, and that apparently really helps with your um, visibility on the site if you
Right.
get a
Okay.
lot of signups and stuff. Um, yeah, yeah, my biggest piece of advice would be to just give yourself lots of time to do everything because everything takes longer than you think it will. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah. Uh, but yeah, I'm so grateful for how my Kickstarter went. I wouldn't, yeah, absolutely wouldn't be doing this book if I didn't have the the support from people that have backed it. I would also say um, uh, to you and your friend Nancy and anyone else who's had a Kickstarter that didn't quite make it, it's so hard right now. Please don't let that be any sort of barometer of how good you are or how talented you are. It's people don't have any. I feel like people don't have any money these days, and
Yeah.
people aren't as trusting with sites like Kickstarter anymore. I feel there's been a few like people that have kind of scammed people out of their money on there, and Kickstarter haven't really done very much about it, which is annoying. But it's made people a bit reluctant to do that, and that's nothing that we can do anything about. So
Sure.
yeah, please don't please don't think that
Yeah.
you should not try again. And Kickstarter does let you try again after a certain amount of time, so you can go and like rethink stuff. And yeah, I don't know. It's hard out there. Don't
Yeah.
get discouraged.
No, it is a yeah, just a tough one. I feel especially as creatives, and I don't know how you feel about this, but that moment where you're asking people for money for your work sometimes can
Yeah. Oh, for
um,
sure.
yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's that whole thing to it. But I mean, you're in the post kick not post Kickstarter, post end of Kickstarter. I don't know. Some trying to
Mm.
think of an eloquent way to say that. But you've done a Kickstarter, it's successful, and now you're working on, like you say, getting things printed and
Yes.
shipped out. Is there anything else you do at this particular stage to help like the visibility or the awareness of the book, or you just focused in on
I
getting the
mean,
prints?
I don't really have a sort of call to action right now because you can't buy the book anywhere.
Right.
Because I'm very aware that it's very good etiquette to send all your Kickstarter people their stuff first before you send it to shops or anything like that. Um, just because they're the people that have made the book possible. So, and yeah, once I've got all the books shipped, I think on Kickstarter now you can put a buy the book or buy the thing button
Yeah, I've
on
seen
the
that on some
actual
people's.
page.
Yeah.
So that'll go back to, and it, you know, you have to set up a shop to do that. But yeah, I'll pop it on I have an Etsy shop, so I'll pop it on there once it's available. Um, and yeah, I'll be sending it to some shops. I'll try and do like a launch party somewhere. I haven't really
Okay.
thought this through. I'll try and do something to
Something.
celebrate the book being
Okay.
available like all over. But
Over. Yeah.
yeah,
Because you did that
it's
with Who Killed Nessie. Like you had a yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a launch at Gosh, and yeah, we had a little launch at Thought Bubble as well. It was part of an exhibition as part of Thought Bubble at the Mercer Gallery, which was really nice. Um, I actually have some news about Who Killed Nessie.
Yeah. Tell us.
If you're ready
Yeah.
to move on
No.
to okay.
It's all about you. So you tell me what
Okay.
the.
Um, so Who Killed Nessie, the graphic novel that me and Paul Cornell made together, has been nominated for a British Book Award, which is a huge. It's the biggest award I've ever been up for, and I'm very excited and
Wow.
terrified because I have to go to this. I have to go to this awards ceremony on the 11th of May in
Okay.
Mayfair
Oh, that's
at
fancy.
and I don't even know if I'm saying this right, Nigel. Grosvenor House.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Grosvenor. Yeah. Yes.
I keep wanting to say Grosvenor, but it's not that apparently. Um, it's gonna be so fancy, and I'm so scared that I'm gonna like use the wrong fork or something,
Oh,
or like.
I've yeah, I feel you. I've been that situation a couple of times. I went to
Okay.
so I presented an award.
Whoa.
Not yeah,
What
last year.
award did you present?
So it was an accessibility award at a games award show. So it's the first time
That's
I'd
so
done that.
cool.
Yeah, and they so there's a meal, and we had
Mm.
to. Yeah, I had to think like, oh yeah, the forks, because you start on the outside and you was it inside and out? I can't remember now.
The lady in
Inside.
Titanic says start on the outside and go
Yeah,
in.
okay,
So
okay,
I'm just
yeah,
gonna do
yeah,
that.
yeah. I feel that that
Thanks.
worked out for her.
Thanks,
So
lady
yeah,
in
yeah,
Titanic.
yeah, yeah. so, so we're gonna start, yeah, start the outside and then
Mhm.
yeah, do the whole
Cool.
thing. Yeah, I did make me feel very conscious about how how
Yeah.
I eat, but I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Thanks.
That is cool. So you've got the whole kind of award. So you say May 11th.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
it's really cool actually because it's the first time graphic novels have been included in the British
Oh,
Book
nice.
Awards. So it's really nice that like graphic novels are being seen as like proper books. Oh, if you're listening to the podcast, I'm doing
Oh,
the
air
bunny
quotes.
rabbit
Yeah, yeah,
ears
yeah, yeah. That
proper
doesn't
books.
translate.
I know they're proper books, and you know
Yeah,
they're proper books, but a lot of people don't. So it's really I think that's really great and also really important that we're being allowed in those spaces. So I think it's a really nice step for the whole industry, really.
yeah.
Um,
No,
yeah. So
congratulations on the nomination
thanks.
and being that first in that. I feel you're right. I've had conversations. In fact, because before we went live, I was talking about a panel I did on manga at the London Book Fair, and even next, oh well, summer, July. I'm doing a panel on comics at the Children's Media Conference
Oh,
as well.
nice.
So yeah, just getting those conversations in and yeah, just making people understand
Yes.
like this is a storytelling medium, just full stop.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And a great way to get kids reading. Like,
exactly. Especially in the
yeah.
National Year of Reading we've got, just getting that
Mm.
across. And it's weird how I was having a conversation with someone after the manga panel how it's frustrating, but do you feel sometimes when you talk to people who aren't necessarily in comics where you can tell them, like you say, great way to get kids into reading and
Mm.
storytelling medium, and it just won't go in, and
Yeah.
they'll nod and smile, and it's just
Yeah.
not going in. And I
I
said
know.
to, I can't remember who I said this to, but I said to someone like, because you can get the stats of how the engagement in manga, the sales, and all
Mm.
that, but it's hard to change perceptions. So if someone has a perception that comics are for kids and they're not serious, or only for kids and they're not serious, you
Yeah.
can give all the stats and it just won't change their mind. It's
I
really hard
know.
to, it's frustrating to change that. How do you find, like with your work, have the awards, the nominations changed people's, and when I say people, I mean people who aren't like say you're already your fans who already know about the
Mm.
work. Have you had that frustration talking to people, and has the awards or nominations changed people's perception of your work or just like comics when you tell them?
I don't think I've had to have that conversation for a long while, mainly because most people I talk to are either my friends or people I meet at Comic Cons.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you're in the
So
bubble. Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in a bit of a bubble. I'm in a bit of a, yeah, I have a 3-year-old bubble. I don't really go out. But
Fair.
I mean, I'm hoping that the inclusion of graphic novels in the British Book Awards is a kind of step in the right direction. In fact, I'm sure it is, and
Mm.
I hope that leads on to more steps. I know that Seasick are doing really good work.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the
they're
Comics Cultural
fantastic.
Impact Collective.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Um, and they're sort of saying, opera gets so much of the money meant for all arts, and I'm not dissing opera,
No, no,
but
don't do it, Timothy Chalamet.
no,
Thing.
no,
We respect opera
I
here.
respect. I love opera. I love
Don't come
opera,
for us.
but it is not something that everyone can experience.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
comics is kind
More
of,
accessible, just
if you've
objectively
got
more accessible.
yeah, if you've got a few quid, you can get a
Yeah.
floppy comic and go home and read it, and it's or you can read them online for free. There's something that can touch everyone's lives, really. And comics are everywhere. Comics are, I'm sure you've heard this spiel before, but I'm going to give it you again. Comics are the best way of communicating. There's a reason that there's a comic on in the front pocket of every aeroplane seat. There's a reason that there's a comic in every piece of flat pack furniture that you get. They're just very,
Uh,
very clear ways of communicating, and they transcend language, and they transcend, so much of human life. And they're just wonderful, and they don't get enough respect, and it makes me so mad.
no, for sure. That's no, I like that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'm actually taking a flight tomorrow as we
No.
record this, and yeah, we're
Yes,
gonna. There we go.
that's
And
so
that,
exciting.
yeah,
Well,
that
enjoy
safety
that.
card.
Enjoy that comic
I
about all
will
the
enjoy that
terrifying
comic.
things that can
Yeah,
happen to
yeah,
you.
yeah, and how to get around them. Yep, that's the maybe the most important comic you ever read.
Just don't wear your high heels on the slide. You'll be fine.
All right, now you
Great.
mentioned that. Oh, thank you. Oh. So let me go. I'll go change my plans after this.
Uh,
So we got still got time, so it's cool. It's cool. Um, but yeah, no, it is that right. It is the getting that across to people, that the importance. And so no, it's good that you're doing like that your work, and it's being seen. And I feel like for stuff that we're doing, trying to reach different audiences and having that manga lens on things, and getting across this as a real medium. So yeah, no, and so you've got the Nap Comics, and then you've got the award nomination for Who Killed Nessie, and then you mentioned you've got another comic that
I've got
you're starting. Do you wanna,
yeah.
you did say Workaholic, so
I did, yeah, because I don't have enough to be doing. Yeah, so I haven't talked about this really anywhere else, so it's a bit of an exclusive. But
I need to get
yeah,
sound. I need to get a sound effect for exclusive.
oh
I want to
yeah.
know.
Have you
I don't
got a
have one.
soundboard? Do you have a soundboard though?
I don't. I don't. You know what?
No.
So this is like behind the scenes. So we use OBS to record this and do
Okay.
the live stream. I know. I know as much as I know to get us both on on Twitch, and no
Okay.
more. So,
Right.
but now we said it, I'm gonna look into soundboards and see if I can do that. But yeah, I know very basic information. Just
Okay.
keep the stream up and for an hour, and that's it. But tell us about
Maybe when you edit the podcast for this, you could put a sound in.
that. I can do
Okay.
that. I can do.
Shall I leave?
Yeah,
Shall I leave a bit of a silence for you to put the sound
let's
in?
do that.
Okay.
Thank you, my future editing self. Thanks you.
Okay. My my new webcomic is launching on the 1st of August. So you've got a bit of a wait, sorry, but it's very exciting. It's called Mugshot, and it's about Marnie, a relentlessly positive young woman who starts a job at a rundown cafe called Mugshot with four other quite rundown women.
Okay.
And they just run this cafe together. But something really strange is going on. Like whenever Marnie mops up, there's big, like giant paw prints in the water that she doesn't really see. And
She
there
doesn't
doesn't
see.
She doesn't see. We
Okay, she
see.
doesn't see. Okay.
Yeah. And there's doesn't seem to be any windows in the flat that they live in above the cafe. And yeah, it's a bit of a sci-fi romance. Um, and yeah, it's the most bonkers thing I've ever created. And if you go to the URL that I think
Yeah,
Nigel
we'll put that
will
in the
put, okay,
put that in the
in
chat.
in the show notes, yeah, you'll see a little snippet of well, it's a big wolf, but it's very cool. Um, yeah, and it's got the URL where it will launch on August 1st.
Okay.
And it'll update every Saturday with at least 2 pages. So
Okay. So
yeah.
it sounds like you, because my impression, and it'd be interesting to get your thoughts. So actually, I'll also give you some context for what I'm about to ask you, because when we started making comics, this was before, I'm pretty sure it was before Webtoon, or at least where Webtoon is now. So we've always done like physical printed media,
Mm,
and that made sense at the time. And what I realized, look, kind of looking back, maybe what I should have done is look more into digital, because I realized what happened is then that buying a book became a barrier for people getting into the comics versus here's the stuff,
mm,
get into it, and then if you really like it, then you can pay to for a book. So my
mm.
impression has always been webtoon is where you like throw stuff out and just like to throw it out and build an audience. But from what you've just described, that sounds quite planned. I mean, first of all, August, so that's a long time. I mean, it'll go quick because time is a myth.
Time.
But yeah, it'll
Yeah.
go. But it sounds like planned out, and you're saying like every week, and you've got a particular release. So is that how it's done? Is that your process? Like, what's the reason for that? That what sounds like quite structured release.
Again, I mean, I like to give myself a long time, more time than I
Okay.
think, to do things. Also, I have a 3-year-old, so everything takes like 3 times as much time as I think. Um, and I'm an anxious, shivering chihuahua of a person, so I like to have a buffer of updates ready to go. Especially with something like this, because it's going to be nothing like Nap Comics. It's fiction. It's full color. It's proper like comic pages. Um, I said proper like Nap Comics isn't proper. It
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
is proper.
It's a different
It's
type.
just
Yeah,
very
different.
different. I draw it at A3 rather than in a notebook with a with a shaky hand. Um, and yeah, I'm quite nervous about it because it's very different from everything I've ever done. But I'm also really excited about it because I can't stop thinking about it, which is usually a good sign for a
Yeah,
project of mine. I'm a
and
bit obsessed.
I mean yeah, that is a good sign. So I guess there was a particular kind of spark. There's like, okay, I want to tell this story.
Mm,
When you're saying it's something different, so like I said earlier, you kind of have a niche, or my perception is like you have a niche, a particular type of comic, and it sounds like you're going outside of that. Is
yeah,
that, do you feel, because I feel sometimes, and not just in comics, I'm thinking, I've heard this in like content creation and like streaming, where people stream a certain game, for example,
mm,
and then they want to do something different, and the audience won't allow it because I came here to see you do this, and now
yeah.
you're trying to do something different. Is that, not to add to your anxiety and worry, but has that crossed your mind about I'm doing something different? That is, do you yeah? How do you think your audience will respond to that? I mean, I guess I would imagine positively, because, and I'm sort of answering your question for you, but I imagine like you've built up a reputation where you can, not anything, but it's Rachel Smith, so I'm gonna at least give it a chance. Do you feel you got to that point?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, my fans are the greatest people in the world, so I think they'll give it a chance. And if
Cool.
they don't like it, that's fine. Um, but I think, and I'm doing it as a web comic just because I want to just really get my stuff out there, and
Yeah.
I really would like anyone to be able to read it. Um, and rather than put barriers, just be like, hey, this is
It's
some
here.
stuff.
You can check it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's here.
Yeah.
Like, please come and read it. Um, uh, yeah, I've been very, very lucky and very privileged in my career so far. So I kind of wanted to do something that was just that anyone could read, and hopefully, self-serving as well. Hopefully, it'll get me a few more readers as well, and maybe reach audiences that haven't before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Like I
Okay.
say, I'm obsessed with the story, so I'm gonna do it even if no one reads it. But I hope people do.
Yeah. No, again, that's a good sign. And I don't know if because it's August, so I don't want to necessarily spoil anything. But was there a
Mm.
particular incident or moment or kind of thing that did spark this, or is that something that people discover later?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't really
No, it's fine.
say
We don't
much
want to.
about
Yeah. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Cool.
But if
All
they
right.
go, if you want to have a little tiny, tiny, tiny peek, yeah, go to the URL in the show notes
Cool.
and yeah,
All right.
have a little look.
We'll put that in there. So we're almost out of time.
Mm.
But
Oh golly, yeah, we are.
yeah, I know it's
Ugh.
it always goes
Start of
quick.
the year, see, it's
Yeah. So, but what would you say is so? And I'm gonna. It's a very self-serving kind of thing because we talked about the Kickstarter, and I'm thinking about like building an audience around your work. So, as we've been doing our comics for a while, we've kind of done them, and there are people that follow like multiple comics. There's lots of people who've got like all of our comics, and I now can't produce the stories fast enough for them. But just thinking about new audiences and building an audience, what would you say is the outside of Kickstarter, because we talked about that, what would you say is a top tip for building an audience around like your comic work?
um I mean, I hate to say it, but like a good social media presence is
Oh,
really
we went
good.
there.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Do you mean like just marketing it?
I guess I'm asking about marketing, aren't I?
So I
Yeah.
mean, what I do when I have a Kickstarter is I um, have certain things that I'm going to do every day. Um, post on such and such. Maybe give little snippets of like previews of the pages in the book, and um, I also do a lot of like PR work. I look at people similar to me, and I look at the reviews that they've got, and then I look at the people that have reviewed them, and look at people that review Kickstarters and things like that, and get in touch with them. Write a press release for your Kickstarter. I know
Yeah.
that sounds really scary, but
Yeah. Did you do that? You.
if you just Google how to write a press release, they'll give you like
Yeah.
there's free templates and everything. It's really easy to do. Um, in fact, if you're on like any kind of publishing mailing lists, they've probably
They'll
sent you
send.
a
Yeah.
press
Yeah.
release at
Yeah.
some point that you can
Yeah.
just like be like, oh right, they've talked about this, and they've talked about this. Okay, I can pretty much copy this. Like it's less scary than you think. If you've got a little bit of money, I always like to print actual physical leaflets. You can just get them on real cheap paper.
Yeah.
Um, I just go to my local printers and say, the cheapest paper as long as the front doesn't bleed onto the back. Like as long as you can't see through it, fine.
Cheap, but not
And
that
then
cheap. Yeah.
yeah, and they're just things that you can pop in, like if you have a shop on Etsy or Big Cartel or something, you can pop in with orders. You can give away at shows. You can even just go into your local like comic shops and say, can I put some of these on the counter? Is that okay? Like as long as you're really nice and courteous about asking, usually they'll say yes. Or if comic shops are far away, just give them a. I know it's scary. I'm a millennial. I hate calling people, but give comic shops a call on the phone and be like, "Hey, is it okay if I send you a stack of Kickstarter leaflets and you can maybe put them on the counter?" And yeah, they're really nice. Usually, people that run comic shops are just like us. They're very anxious. It's fine. Just do
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Just just have the conversation. The worst thing that they can say is, "No,
yeah.
we don't really
Or
do
scream
that."
and put down the phone because
Yeah, that would be yeah, that
yeah,
would be
yeah,
really bad. But at least
yeah,
that's it, and you've done a phone call, and you
yeah,
can like pat yourself on the back, have a
yeah.
packet of crisps. It's
Make
fine.
the next person scream. Yeah.
Yeah, but
uh,
just and yeah, I mean, reach out to your like local radio station and see if they want to have you on for a chat and just things like
oh,
that. Just
have you
like
done that? Have you been on radio?
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
I went when
Okay.
I got nominated for the BBAs. I went on BBC Radio Leicester, which is where I went to uni.
Oh, okay.
So they had me on just to have a chat about my career, and it was really nice.
Okay. I need to try that then. I need to
I mean,
yeah
just
do
do
that.
it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
ask. Just
yeah,
ask.
yeah,
Just ask for
yeah.
things.
Okay. Yeah, I
I'm trying to get
do need to
better at
get that.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Me too. I, don't. I've got a note somewhere of just asking
Just
for more
ask.
things. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that on board
Do
and
it.
see. Yeah, because I feel because we're working on. I mean, we're always working on new things, and I want to get better at kind of planning and delivering and like Kickstarter, but then also just building a community around the work that we do because I think the more we've done like workshops and I feel the more we do workshops and work with like young people and aspiring like creatives, it's like apparent to me that in terms of like setting some kind of example, like this is one of the
Yeah.
things you can do, but then also I just feel like where we are today, I feel that, and you know, you mentioned some in-person ways of marketing, just that human connection in the
Yeah.
work. I feel like I am a person doing this work. I feel is going to
Mm.
become more and more valuable as we go. So also trying to think of ways to show we are people doing this work, and yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'll take those notes from you. So cool. Thanks for that. So we'd like to end with a sort of bonus round. The challenge. I'm not going to say problem. The challenge is that you've been on a number of times, so I need to come up with a new set of questions. So
Okay.
I do this thing where we end with a quick-ish fire. It does get quite introspective, but a quick-ish fire round of questions all around like storytelling in real life. But
Okay.
yeah, you've done this before, so I have to think of a new question. So I had a new set of questions for people who have been on once and then coming on twice. But you've been on twice, so I had to come up with a new set of
Yeah.
questions for people that. So I don't know what I'm gonna have to do in future. I just have to come up with a whole new format. But that's a future problem. Where
I
we
thought
are
you were
right
gonna
now.
ask me about like what I've been reading.
Oh, you know what? I could have asked that. What have you been reading?
Okay, so I have because I thought that was what you were gonna ask me. So
No,
I've
no,
brought
that's not.
three.
But I'll take that.
Okay,
It's
I
always
read
good
the
when the guests
email wrong.
bring their own. Or maybe I forgot. I probably forgot. I like when the guests bring their own questions as well.
Well, I mean, even that I've sort of failed because I've brought three books down.
Okay.
Two books I've read the first page of. No, not the first page. Maybe the first like
The
five
cover.
pages of
Okay.
about 50 times because I keep falling asleep because I'm a mum and I'm very
Oh.
tired.
Okay. I did that,
But
but
I really
that wasn't
love
my
those
excuse.
first five pages.
Yeah.
But I've got the third book I've read about 50,000 times. So maybe that makes up for the other two. Shall I just show you them?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure if your
Okay.
maths works out, but yeah, it's just the.
It does, it does. Okay. So the first book I've been really enjoying. I'm gonna hold it up, but I don't know if it'll be backwards. Is it backwards? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's the
Is that backwards? No, it's
stowaway.
not. No,
Oh,
it's
is it
fine.
not?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
okay.
it's good.
It's
Good.
backwards to me on the screen. It's The Stowaway by Griffin McElroy.
Mm.
And it's a choose your own adventure book. And it's
Oh,
about
nice.
this this guy. And he wakes up
Cool.
on this ship and everyone is gone. And he needs to find out why. And yeah, I think I've read the first little bit and then I keep getting too tired. But it's not because the book isn't
No, no,
exciting.
I feel
It's
you.
because I'm a mum and
Yeah.
I'm just exhausted. But it's I and I've read some of Griffin's work before. He does the Adventure Zone podcast, but
Mm,
he's written a couple of short stories. He was in a yeah, he's been in a couple of anthologies, but I
okay.
really like him. He's great. Um, and my second one, and I yeah, is Dungeon Crawler Call by Matt Dinium. And yeah, I've read the yeah, and I've read the first 5 pages and they're super really, really gripping. And I
Yeah.
keep yeah,
Good.
so it's really but I'm excited. And a lot of my friends have told me that I need to read him.
Okay.
But the book I've read so many times is this one. It's What People
What
Do
do?
All Day
Mm,
by Richard Scarry. And this is a book that I read. It's a comic that I read and my partner read as kids. And I don't know if anyone will remember things, but it
okay.
might be. I really, I really remember this cross section of a ship. I remember looking at that for a long time. But yeah, I've been reading it to Henry, and he's
Cool.
very into it. He's very,
Nice.
very into it. But yeah, what do people do all
Starting
day?
young. I
Great,
like it.
great book for kids.
Okay.
It is a kids comic, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's just so charming and
But it
so
works.
wonderful. But yeah, we read it about 5 times just
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
No, I've, I feel that I've got a fantasy novel I'm reading, and I think if it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before, where there's a certain like chapter, and just like I kept reading it just as I was going to bed, and just like particularly tired and then falling
I
asleep, and like
mean,
got to
yeah.
reread that. Yeah, so I
It's
feel you.
difficult.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. All right. Thank you for reminding me of of
I
that.
brought
So
I brought my own content
there you go. It makes my job
by
easier.
accident.
Yeah. So we'll end then with these quickish fire questions all
Okay.
around storytelling,
Yes.
as it maps onto life. So we'll start with if your creative journey was a genre mashup, what genres would it be and why?
Oh, tragedy and comedy,
Okay,
always.
the best mixture. Yes. I like that. I like that. Interesting. Okay, a little roller coaster ride here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And I can't remember what podcast episode we were talking about like tropes. So it got me thinking like, what storytelling tropes do you find shows up in your life or work even?
Hmm.
Yeah, like things that just are done over and over.
Um, Me and my partner keep sort of doing the whole, oh, watch out for and then we'll step in whatever we're trying to warn each other
Okay.
about. Does that count? Does that count as a
Yeah,
trope?
yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, okay.
I've seen that in films. Although that
Yeah.
makes me think of the I don't know if you've seen A Quiet Place,
Yes.
and with the stairs and it's just
Oh,
yeah, yeah, just that's where
awful,
my mind went to
awful. Yeah.
when you said to watch out for the
Yeah.
yeah. Who are the characters that keep showing up in your life?
The
Those recurring
characters,
characters, yeah, those interesting characters that show up.
like my friends.
Yeah,
What do
that counts. Yeah, yeah,
I don't understand. Oh,
yeah.
in the sort of trope, as
Yeah,
if
yeah.
my life
Just
was a
yeah, as if your life was a story.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, I have a lot of friends that are like the mum friend,
Uh,
um, which is ironic because they're not mums, but
oh
I'm a
wow.
mum.
Okay.
But I need a lot of mum friends to look after me, so
Got
they're
you.
like my mums.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, no, it is
Yeah.
really nice. Yeah, I
Nice. I
have a
like
lot
that.
of friends that are like checking in on me.
Cool.
Been like, hey, you seemed a little bonkers the other day. Are you okay? Like, like, yeah, I'm just so
Yeah.
tired.
So yeah, I feel you. So okay. All right. And the last question is, what storytelling rules have you broken, and what did you learn by doing that?
Hmm. Trying to think what rules I've broken. Probably a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, I think, I mean, so going back to Mugshot,
Mm.
the main character, Marnie, has lost her memory. And I think that's a very, very overdone
Mm.
trope. But there is a really good reason that she's lost her
Okay.
memory. Um, and I suppose it means that we, as the audience, get to discover things about her environment with her,
Mm.
which is, a good thing for the protagonist to do for the story.
Yeah.
Um, so maybe
Okay.
it's not a rule that I've broken, just I've gone down a very overdone route, but for a
Yeah.
very good reason.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I like that. I also like how
Yeah.
you tied it into marketing. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's. That's well played. That's well played, and
Thanks.
a good way to end this conversation. Rachel, thank you for joining me for a third time on Casual Conversations with
It's always a pleasure.
creators. No, I appreciate it. And yeah, I think you mentioned, if not on stream before, that you'll be at Comic Con as well.
Mm.
So
I'm gonna
I'll
be at a lot of places this year. It's a bit scary.
okay. All right, we'll try and track you down at
Yeah.
different places as well. So yeah, no, and good luck with the awards and using the right fork out
Thanks.
out to in.
Out and
Remember,
in.
out and
Yeah.
in. Cool, got
Okay.
it. Got it. Get the
It'll be
etiquette
fun.
right. But no, it's really cool because I think from the like Quarantine Comics and seeing like the stuff that you've been doing and yeah, no, it's nice to witness and witness all the strides that you're taking. So yeah, thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining, and I look forward to pulling you back on something that we do again in future. So you know where we are.
Yes, please. I do.
Cool. All
Thank
right,
you so
and
much.
no, and yeah, thank you, and thank you to people listening like live or later on VOD or audio. Thank you, Neo Sprites, as well for checking in with us live. Thank you also to Pro Gamers Group UK because always giving them a shout out because they give us stuff. It's kind of like how it works. If you give us stuff, we'll shout you out. But I do appreciate them providing us with like lights and microphones and cameras. We've been making good use actually of. This is nothing to do with what we're talking about comics, but we've been working with a group of like young-ish people on like some of the events and media side of what we do. Just introducing to
Nice.
like Streamplify lighting, microphone, cameras, all those things. So we'll be bringing that to Comic Con to capture some content there. So yeah, appreciate Pro Games Group providing us with stuff. Oh, and Gameyak like mice and keyboard as well. We're making good use of it, and over the next couple of months we'll be putting them through their paces. So the equipment and the people as well. They don't know it yet, but once we get to Comic Con, they're about to get an education. So yeah, so thank you to them. that all helps us. It helps us reach people. It helps us build better experiences for our live streams, for our events, for our workshops, as well as we introduce new people to the world of content creation. So yeah, appreciate people joining us. Don't forget you can join our Discord. We've got a new Studio 77 report coming up in May where Tazzy and I will be talking about the journey, the creative journey, letting people come on that journey with us and sharing some of their work as well. So if you're a creative and you want to show something, reach out. So we've got some spots where letting people join us live on stream. Obviously follow us on Twitch and YouTube where you can catch more of our live streams as well, and check out the Story X Story podcasts where Tazzy and I have different creative discussions, deep dives, video game roundtables, things like that. We got an episode on our what's the next one? Oh yeah, we did a live stream on the Last Blossom, a new anime that was out recently. So we're going to be putting the audio from that up as soon as I finish editing that as well. So yeah. So yeah, we've got more opportunities to hear us talk. But for now, that is all from us. We'll see you again next month. I'm going to go finish packing and take this flight. So take care, everyone.